We're going live in one sec.
They're in the bottom drawer.
Hey folks and friends, I'm broadcasting. This is Bill, WooFDriver Hellman. I have to broadcast on my personal page in order to go to my group page, which is the WooFDriver Unleashed. But pretty much everybody knows what I'm doing. So basically right now we're setting up for our dog-powered go-karting run. Those of you that haven't been with us before, seeing if this is streaming properly. Yeah, now it's going right. Looks like we're still live. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this as much. Okay, so those of you that haven't been with us before, I got a bunch of different, been doing this for 20 years, bunch of different custom-made bikes. They're trikes, they're bikes, they're quads. So a quad is 4 wheels, a trike is 3 wheels. When I refer to a bike, I'm referring to Omaha's bikes, but I started off with a 2-wheel bike. We're just a traditional bike, and got these different kinds of dog attachments. Attached the Huskies to, 4 Huskies, and they're going to take us for a ride. Now, this is obviously kind of heavy. This is custom built, so this is one of the latest renditions. This is built out of aluminum. Helps out with the weight, but you can see there's room for 2 passengers, for 2 people. Myself, I'm driving, hence WooFDriver. My co-pilot behind me, and my co-pilot will be doing the broadcasting from the trails. Hopefully you can see this. Let me make sure you can see this, folks. So, I don't know if you can. Yeah. Okay, so there we are. Okay, I apologize. Okay, so there's the dog-powered go-kart. So this one I actually call the Monster Mush, because you see the monster large tires. Those tires got a little wear on them. We got about 500 miles on this Monster Mush bike. We go anywhere from 10 to 20 miles a run. We've gone as much as 30. And we have, if you can see in the back, this is Princess's seat. Princess is the oldest Husky. She's actually 14 years old, and I contribute her longevity to doing the activities we do. So she'll get out here, she'll do like a mile. She used to do the whole way, but of course she's always been a little difficult, hence Husky, but she's very independent, like most Huskies. She's got a mind of her own totally, so she'll decide she wants to do it, then she'll decide she doesn't want to do it. That's been her whole career, but now, because of her age, it's a little more tiresome for her. So she'll get out there, and we'll start off. Sometimes she'll do a mile, sometimes she'll do 4 miles without stopping. Then she'll want to get in her seat, or she'll be ready for a rest, I should say. And she's not always keen about riding in the seat, because she wants to be with everybody else. But this seat keeps her close enough to them, and as you can see, it's got the 3-point harness. This is specially made. You might have seen this before on my motorcycle, because this is the same exact seat. This is a custom-made seat by a company called Beast Riders. Beast Riders is right there, the logo, and they're actually out of Maryland, but they're one of the few places in the country, actually the only place I found, that makes a motorcycle seat. This seat is so special, again, because of the harness system, and because it's got all different attachments to hook onto a motorcycle or strap onto something, basically. So it's strapped onto the board here, which means it can't move. So she moves a lot because of her nervous energy. She's like Nervous Nelly. So you'll be seeing her. She'll be bobbing her head back and forth. She wants to see the right, see the left. It's really, really funny to see. And it's just exercise for her just sitting in there. She doesn't lay down usually. She's too hyped up. So this seat keeps her secure, and it does the same thing on the motorcycle. So it's pretty interesting. We carry about 5 gallons of water with us. And again, I'm broadcasting right now on my personal feed because of the way. Got a jumbo jet coming by. We're down here near in Northern Virginia. Yeah, I see it. Like it's riding slow. I'll try to show that to you. We're in the Northern Virginia area. I'm not exactly sure where. I bring a crew with me, as you see. We got 3 others. Chris, he's the master mechanic, and he keeps all the equipment running. Dan, the man, he's going to be doing a lot of the social feeds today, putting everything together. Dan's awesome. Chris is awesome. And Jim. And Jim is kind of the quarterback, helps setting it all up, too. So, but what I was saying is, I'm broadcasting to my Facebook group, which is called WooFDriver Unleashed. And the Facebook group, I do special broadcasts like this to kind of give you behind-the-scenes looks. We'll be broadcasting on regular WooFDriver channels on Facebook today. because that's one of the reasons we came to this trail. It's a beautiful day for us humans. It's about almost 60 degrees. For the dogs, it's definitely warm, so we'll be going at a slower pace. We'll be doing less mileage. This trail's approximately 12 miles, and it's more of a park-like trail. We've never been here before. It's called the Potomac Heritage Trail, and I believe it does travel along the Potomac River. We'll find out more when we go through it. That's where we're at. I'll give you a quick glimpse of the dogs. So you might have seen them. Oh, here comes Chasey. Here's the Jagster. Mr. Jaggy. Can you come here, sir? Good boy. This is the Jag man. And Jag's a husky. He's about 8 years old. He's got blue eyes. So these huskies are a little unusual compared to what most people are used to because they're all white. But we do have a more traditional looking one here too. This is the Chase man. Chase got a little grease on his face because there comes the Zorro. So Chase and Jag and Zorro are roughly 8.5 years old. Zorro is actually the only one that's not all husky. He's got some Malamute in him. And he is the largest of all of them, about 75 pounds, but he's also the most gentlest. So they all look gentle, but depending on who's looking at them, what perspective you are. But they're and they are very gentle with humans, but they can be a little feisty with each other sometimes. There's the Princess. Hi, good girl. Hi. Yeah. And Princess is actually 14 years old. Like I said, okay, Zara, I'll pet you again. And that's where we're at, folks. So this truck is specifically, you might have noticed that this truck is 6 doors instead of traditional 4. It's been stretched almost like a limousine. Reason it's like that is to accommodate all of the dogs and the equipment we travel with. And I'm going to open, when I open on the other side, the dogs know not to get out. Here I have to tell them, stay, Jag. You're not even interested. But you can see the stairs will come out and they're retractable. And that helps them because the truck's elevated to go through different terrains we go through. Sometimes we'll go to some real obscure trails that are way back in the wilderness. And by keeping it higher, we can get over more obstacles that we have to go through. And the stairs will actually help give the dogs a platform, especially Princess, as they get older. And when we're done running 10, 20, sometimes even 30 miles, it helps them. It's I don't like them to jump. They don't have to exert any extra body movement that they don't need to get around the trail with to get to the truck. So this is the back of the truck, and we take with us a trailer. We've got all kinds of goodies. So that's basically it. You might hear a little music in the background. They're all custom-made WooFDriver songs. I like to describe everything we do through music because I love music, and I'm not musically inclined at all, but I work with some world-class musicians, and they help me put it all into a listenable format for enjoyment. A lot of them are parodies, which is always fun to me, just taking songs I love and just writing my own lyrics to. And again, it's all about the dogs. It's about adoption of dogs. It's about running them around like I do, and especially towards the husky breed. That's what I do. So that's where we're at, folks. Hope you had a good time here. Hope I was able to give good explanations. By the way, we'll have with us, I didn't mention this, got a bunch of these bikes. As I said, we've made them all through the years, been doing it for 20 years. But this is, by the way, I can't see your comments, so I apologize if you're commenting. I'll go back and see them and try to answer them later, either through another broadcast or actually in the feed. This is a single bike, and this is really what most people would do. Most people wouldn't go to the extent, I'm a little extreme here, of putting 2 seats on and going to these remote trails, at least remote from us. We're out of Baltimore. But this bike actually has room again for Princess's seat, special seat. They're all electric, by the way, so they're pedal assist or strictly throttle, whatever you'd like. These batteries will last, each battery lasts about 12 miles, and we attach water to this. So this is our chase vehicle today. What I mean by that, Jim will be following Dan and myself, or vice versa. Dan will be in here following us. If we had to, if the other bike would break down, we could attach the dogs here too. So that's all capable. If we get stuck back in the wilderness, one of the guys will walk, but not the dogs. One of the guys will walk back, but I'll be riding with the dogs. That's usually the way it goes. So but what I was saying is most people, a lot of people can get involved in this sport. They call it really urban mushing. I'm calling it dog-powered go-karting, but because I've even customized it further. But urban mushing is essentially attaching dogs, usually out in front, to scooters and bikes, and mostly wheeled vehicles in more urban settings, not back so much in the wilderness. So people have gotten into it because a lot of these high energy breeds, such as the Huskies, need a form of exercise, and they're not interested in chasing a ball and doing stuff that most other breeds would want to do. So therefore people attach them to their bikes, scooters. There was a guy in Central Park in New York that was actually doing similar to what I'm doing. He was doing it on a regular bicycle. People got wind of it and they're like, hey, would you do it for my dogs? And he started a business of taking people's dogs through Central Park and getting some mileage on them. And they come home, and a tired dog's a good dog. So they were tired out. They got their exercise in just like humans do. And they were able to get their excitement on. But this is a great way. I've ran into a few people doing it in this format, running dogs on this kind of single-person trike, recumbent trike. These are low to the ground, again, hence the name dog-powered go-kart. But they're commercially available for people, especially as we get older, our backs and our knees. When you're in this recumbent position, it really helps dissipate the pains normally associated with biking, etc. You can see how light they are. Jim can pick that up. Now, when the dogs get on here and it's just me, we can fly, and they can pull everything. And that's because it's lightweight. It's a lot lighter than the two-person version over here. But again, hence these larger wheels gives us access to more extreme trails. And when I say extreme, more rockier, more sometimes they get muddy. When you're on the thinner tires, some of my bikes, which we don't have here today, are thinner tires. They'll still do okay, but there's a certain trails they won't be able to access, especially under certain weather conditions. We were caught out here. If you caught the last live broadcast, we were actually caught in the snow. It was incredible. We've done this in the snow before. 3-4 inches is no problem with these bikes, but when you start getting the thinner tires, you lose traction with the other bikes, and you're spinning your wheels literally, and you're not going anywhere. That's where we're at right now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'm your WooFDriver, and I hope to see you. Tune into my WooFDriver pages. If you're in the group, I appreciate it, and I'll try to do more behind-the-scenes stuff. But I'm planning on doing the live broadcast to the pages too today, to all the pages as well as the group. Have a great day, everybody. WooFDriver signing off. And I'll give you more stats also, exactly where we're at, speeds we're doing, and distance the dogs do. Have a great day. Thank you.